My name is Michael Santos. I'm the founder of Prison Professors, and I'm really enthusiastic to be sharing with you the strategies that we use to teach thousands of people inside jails and prisons across America. Now, this journey began for us many, many years ago when I was really still serving a 45-year sentence. I made it a point of learning strategies from leaders, and now since I am home, it's been very important for me to kind of launch this ministry, so to speak, of teaching people inside of jail and prisons the lessons that I learned from leaders. So we've launched an entirely new platform, which I'm really enthusiastic about. We started building it in June, and on July the 1st, we had a kind of a soft launch, and part of that launch required me to show people how I would have used a tool like this while I was going through multiple decades in federal prison. So one of the components of this program is to get people to write a biography that will help an individual really understand how are you going to overcome the challenges of being a justice impacted person. So sometimes people don't really know, and as a result, they come out of prison bitter and angry and incapable of finding their way into a life of meaning and relevance and dignity. And it's super important for everybody on our team to try and share those stories. So I would encourage you to visit this site. I'm going to actually share it with you right now. This is the website here. It's called, if I go to the top of it, you can go to prisonprofessorstalent.com, and I'll tell you how I got inspired to build this site. You see, I was exercising one day, and while running, I was listening to this story from the founder of Airbnb, who had described that he had to lay off a lot of people during the pandemic, and he wanted to do so in an ethical way. So in order to accommodate the people that were going to be losing their jobs, he built this platform called Airbnb.com/talent. And what Airbnb.com/talent did is it profiled the capabilities of some of the world-class engineers that worked at Airbnb. And that helped those people kind of land on their feet and find income opportunities, even though they were going through a struggle. And that is really what prompted me to start thinking about how can I reach these hundreds of thousands of people, or help these hundreds of thousands of people that we help inside of prisons. How can I help them get ready for this journey inside? And that is what prompted me to say, I talked to my tech team. We talked about building a whole platform where people could do the same things that I did when I was in prison that really helped me come back successfully. And it's to have a methodical, deliberate plan and to document that plan every day. So that's what I'm going to share with you today, because I always say I never ask anybody to do anything that I didn't do. You can kind of scroll through the site there and see the different ways. This is really a site that services institutions, but also services justice impacted people. And I like to profile people that have had a meaningful transformation of life. And these three fellows right here are really inspiring to me. That's Halim Flowers, who went through our program, Preparing for Success After Prison, while he was serving a double life sentence in federal prison. That's Adam Clausen, who was serving 200 plus years inside a federal prison, and my friend Tommy Walker. These are all people from the penitentiary, high security prisons that are really successful right now in society, even though at one point in time they were serving multiple life sentences. So one of the ways that I tell people to build that story, and I'll just go to my profile. You can go on this nifty little search bar at the top of the site, and you'll be able to find people who are building their profiles. I always use as a tool my own profile of what I would have done if I were in prison, and I'm still using this right now. So we can build this profile for anybody in prison that's really profiling who they are, where they are, what they're doing, and then we encourage them to work through these different segments so that they are building or documenting and memorializing a story of showing how they are extraordinary and compelling. So as a tool, I'll just go ahead and read the journal entry that I kind of use as a teaching tool. And we'll go through this step by step. So this one I wrote on the morning of Saturday, July the 1st, 2023. Early this morning, I returned to my work on our new website. I am grateful to three members of my team who have helped me build. I work closely with Tulio, who leads our IT, and Jonathan, who does graphic design. But I also had help from Aaliyah, a student from American University. She interns with us, but we're grooming her to have a leadership role with our nonprofit. Now, a podcast inspired me to build our new website, prisonprofessorstalent.com. The podcast profiled a conversation with the CEO of Airbnb. During the pandemic, his company had to lay off hundreds of people. To assist them, he built a new website called airbnb.com/talent. Through the website, he would profile the talented engineers that worked for them and invite others to hire those people. That podcast helped me realize how I could help more people in prison. With our educational content, we had a broad reach. More than 300,000 people could access our courses in jails and prisons across America. Yet once they finished a course, they would still need prompting. They would need to apply what they had learned to build effective release plans. Effective release plans worked for me. They helped me open many opportunities. When I left prison, I had many job offers awaiting me. My release plan helped me close my first real estate transaction during my first week in the halfway house. Like the CEO of Airbnb wanted to help his team, I wanted to help more people in prison learn how they could continue efforts to prepare for success upon release. They may finish courses I create, but they may continue working in a self-directed way to prepare for success. Good neighbors, not good inmates. I intended to build a resource that imprisoned people could use to prepare for success. The director of the BOP had made her commitment very public. She wants to focus on creating good neighbors, not good inmates. Our team at Prison Professors wants to help. By helping thousands of people build pathways to memorialize their commitment to preparing for success, I am convinced that we can genuinely work toward being the change we want to see in the world. Although I completed my obligation to the Bureau of Prisons in August 2013, I'll continue using the same strategies that I urge those in our community to follow. And since I don't ask anyone to do anything that I don't do, I'll document my pathway right here on this website. I'll also send updates out to members of our community. Those who want to check out the work can visit my personal profile page on the new website. And then, of course, if you click the link, you'd go right back to that home page of the site, and you'd be able to see some of the different work that we are doing. Now, all of this work, I'll just have you know, is really part of a long-term commitment, a long-tail commitment to bring reforms that will improve outcomes for all people in the criminal justice system. This works on a micro level, it works on a macro level. On a micro level, it helps people who are really going through the crisis start to document the different ways that they are memorializing their pathway to success. On a macro level, it helps me as an advocate to, when I go speak with legislators or administrators of prison systems, or business leaders or individuals and family foundations and so forth, and I want to help them understand, hey, mass incarceration is one of the great social injustices of our time, and I'm advocating for more opportunities for people to earn freedom. In fact, that's one of the books that I wrote while I was in prison, and this book, Earning Freedom, Conquering a 45-Year Sentence, really tells that story of how a methodical, deliberate pathway can lead a person from crisis into a pathway of relevance and dignity and honor and restore confidence and help somebody come back. These are lessons that work for me. I use them not only while going through 26 years in prison, but also coming home and building businesses that would allow me to live a life of meaning and relevance and dignity and contribution. And that's something I want for every member of our community. So my name is Michael Santos. I'm the founder of Prison Professors. Very happy to announce Prison Professors Talent and happy to have you as a member of our community. So visit us if you want to have a role in being the change that you want to see in the world. Either sign up or perhaps sponsor somebody who's in prison, or perhaps figure out other ways that we can connect with employers and other leaders, because we are deeply committed to helping people learn how to help themselves. I never ask anybody to do anything I didn't do. My name is Michael Santos, and I believe in you. Thanks.